Our content is intended to be used and must be used for informational purposes only. It is very important to do your own research analysis before making any investment based on your personal circumstances. You should take independent financial advice from a professional in connection with or independently research and verify any information that you find on our website or podcast and wish to rely upon, whether for the purpose of making an investment decision or otherwise. What's up, my future one percenters? This is Marathon Money, brought to you by Wincrease.com. I'm Cam Jones, Prince of the Stock Market, and I'm here with my boy Kenny Coins. What up?
Ching, 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 bro. You gotta get that register out because the money popping in that new week. You know, we was just out here throwing stocks. It's only been 1 week. We up there. You know what I mean? We up there. The whole portfolio was up 6%.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
6%. That's 1 week. That's 1 week worth of work.
1 week. Let's talk about some of the boys that we threw out last week, man.
Surprisingly, glue
popped up. I wasn't expecting that.
What? Oh man, I went to go grab it in the Monday, and I was like, after that, I looked at the end of on Friday. I looked, then was up 18%. I was like,
yeah,
what's up? What's up? You know what I mean? I was excited. You gotta be excited when you make money.
My boys SGMS up 9 for the week, 9.42%.
Yeah, that's big, bro. That's another big one. You understand that's that thing moved $30 on Friday. No, not $30. I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, the profit was $30. The whole opening was $181. That was my profit. I mean,
let me throw this last one out. My boy Keys, or your boy Keys, 8.5% on the week up.
Man, they're big movers, big movers.
I know, but the thing is though, and there's some other ones that we threw out there that's up too. Take Two up nice on the week.
Yeah. Don't forget, we got at Keys at $61. That's 67. Man, you know what? Don't come our way, bro. Don't come our way no more. Like, don't talk about we ain't making nobody no money. You ain't listening, that's your fault.
Take Two up 7.2% on the week.
Money.
Now
look at all that green.
The thing is though, let's just average up a 10% move in a few days, in 5 days. That's pretty big, man. That's enough. I feel like that's big enough to take some profit at that point, because we still in a volatile stock session right here. You know
we are, man. And the truth is, man, it's like we have 4 stocks that's pretty much at 10%. You don't understand, like that 10%. I mean, you're talking about at least $150 you made on 4 stocks. In a matter of a week. I mean,
that's just those that I just threw out there. You know, let me check Cure real quick. Cure up 6.7% on the week. That's okay. I mean, that ain't nothing. You know, these other ones.
You know what I mean? We got it at 46. It went to 49 for the week. You know what I mean? 6.70. You know, that's a good amount of move for a week. Honestly, to tell you the truth, the average move a stock makes for the week is usually 3%. So that means that we're picking stocks that's moving. We ain't picking stocks that, you know what I mean, that's slow jumping. But we starting to get this stock game down, man. We might, Warren Buffett might have to give us that call.
Yeah, you might have to. He might have to give us that call, cut us that check. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Ching, ching, ching.
You know.
Square moving too.
Square on the move. Back on the move. Teledot back on the move, even though I like to see Teledot at around 70. I would really like to see Square at 80. But, I mean, as long as they going in the right direction, man, I feel good about it.
Man, I picked up Square back at when it went down to 50 something again. Saw an opportunity. You know, Teladoc is back on his grind.
Back on the grind, man.
Back on the grind. $15 move.
Yep.
$15 move. You know what I mean? That's 30% right there. You know, can't complain about that. That's something you can't complain.
Can't complain
That's
about
big
30%.
money.
You know.
That's big money. That's 30%. And we're talking about January 5th. So everybody don't know when we started for the week for these trades. That was January 5th. So these are big movers. I personally think Teladoc might be hitting 100 this year. It's in his blood. It's in his nature. It's in his future. It has to be done. But man, we've been in the 20s. So Teladoc, man, that's the breadwinner right there.
Yeah, you know. But let's hit the topic, man. We got to talk about these banks, these brokerage firms, man. So I know that everybody out there familiar with Robinhood and some others.
Of course.
You know, free trading and things like that. But I actually looked into, because honestly, man, I really don't like trading options on Robinhood because there's too many steps to take to get out. I need to be able to get out faster.
And to tell you the truth, man, I don't feel like when you look online, and just going off of what Cam said, when you look online, there ain't no like reviews on these brokerage accounts, like in-depth reviews. You know, I don't know if the brokerages are paying that off, or, you know what I mean? It'll be great if there was like somebody on there giving that in-depth review saying like, hey, you know, you can't really trade options on here. They're good to buy and hold stocks on Robinhood. That's good for it. But the option trade is too many steps to get out.
Too many
steps,
stuff
like man. That. My personal opinion, I think personally that'd be a great way to like, you know, move forward. But that's me.
Inform the people.
And you're right
that's
about
what
we're
here for, man. Informing the people. But I started looking into other places to trade. So I see the commercial on Charles Schwab, right? They're like, hey, we give you, I think it said 500 free trades to start out. So I'm like, cool, man. Let me see what Charles Schwab's platform is like, because I know what Ameritrade platform is like. I like Ameritrade's option platform, but they cost money. You know what I'm saying? Currently, right now, I'm paying $1.50 per option to get in, get out. You know what I'm saying? That's not a lot, but free sounds better.
Yeah.
So I called Charles Schwab up. I'm like, man, let me see what's up. Man, Charles Schwab, you have to start out, in order to get the free trades, you have to start out with $100,000 in your account. Now, that's a lot of money to get 500 free trades. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm working at a brokerage before. I'm gonna tell you right now, those free trades, they have a time limit on them.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got a year to use all 500 trades. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're not a trader that's constantly trading every day, those 500 trades don't mean nothing to you.
Exactly.
Period. It don't. It really don't. If you're like once a week trader, twice a week trader, 100 trades a year? You know what I mean? Even if you were to do 3 or 4 trades, 200-300 trades, maybe 150 trades a year, and really make Cam trying to prove a point that at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter.
Right. And you got to watch some of these places, man. I mean, you got Robinhood out here that's just totally free, and these other places like Charles Schwab and E-Trade, Ameritrade, they trying to compete with Robinhood, but you can't compete with free. You know what I'm saying? You throwing these gimmicks around. Now, I will admit, Robinhood's trading platform, for a frequent trader, Robinhood isn't. Man, I wish they had a better app to trade. You know, to get in and out.
And that's the thing, Cam. You're right. I think Robinhood doesn't have the platform like an E-Trade or TD Ameritrade or a Fidelity or Charles Schwab.
Right.
And I think that's the issue. I think that's what you're trying to say. But at the end of the day, you still can't compete with free.
So I'm just saying, man, for the new year, you know, everyone, you know, they try to do different things, set different goals. make sure you do your research on these brokerage firms. I think that someone like Robinhood, even you ever heard of Webull?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
opened up one of those. I actually like they. You can't trade options on there, but I actually like that platform. Like I could get in and out of the stocks fast. Like I mean, it's like trade, boom, out. It already puts me at a limit order. I don't have to go in and change it. Like on Robinhood, if you want to buy something or sell something, it has you as a market order by default. Then I gotta go in, change it to a limit order, come back out that screen, and then try to sell it. It's like a 5-step process. With like a mirror trade, it's only like a 2-step process. You put your price in, you hit send. You know what I'm saying? The
yeah.
order's out there. Webull is the same way. You put your price in, you hit send. So I kind of like that instead of going through 4 or 5 steps like Robinhood. Sometimes, man, when these stocks are moving, you don't have that split second, that millisecond, man, can make the difference between something free falling and you miss trying to sell or what.
Yeah, that's the worst when something free falling.
Yeah, I hate that, man.
No, have you heard of Ali Invest?
I have not.
They're offering a current offer up to 3,500 cash bonus with commission free trading for new accounts.
Hold up, you get $3,500 for free?
Cash bonus up to $3,500 cash bonus.
But how much money you got to put in? Does it say?
It really doesn't say. And I seen their platform. It is pretty good.
You talk about like
But
Ally, ALLY, Ally
yeah, Ally.
Okay.
I mean, say Ally. Why I said the Ally?
It's all good.
Yeah. So pretty much. No, I've seen other companies do this, man. I'm not sure if it's if it's $100,000, but I think it's $100,000 also. They're not really saying exact price. They're just saying maintain a balance of 100,000, but it doesn't say that if you put 100,000 you get 3,500. I've seen companies do that before. That's not like new. You usually have to put a large amount of money in there. Like E-Trade, $30,000. They give you 1,500.
30. I feel like $30,000. That's. I mean, for people like our viewers just starting out, obviously. Well, I don't know, but I would think that they ain't starting out with $30,000. I would think that they're starting out with something like two to 5,000. But 30 isn't really that's reasonable. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you coming from somewhere like a if you're switching 401ks, because sometimes if you leave a job, you take your 401k with you. You don't take it as a 401k. You take it as like a brokerage account at that point, but you can't take the money out. You have to move it into somewhere else. Right.
Yeah.
So that could be
put it in a traditional Roth.
Right, exactly. That could be an option. If you move your money from here to somewhere else and you get a free 3,500 or a free 1,500, you know what I'm saying? You can't complain about that,
Yeah. That stuff like that, I've seen a lot. It's two things, man. People have 401ks and traders. People that got retirement accounts.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of this stuff is, you know what I mean? I've seen this stuff up a lot. I don't think anybody can really compete with Robinhood. I think Robinhood's biggest issue is their platform. And I'm telling you, if you get I'm going to say, if you can get your platform, like for instance, like Fidelity or E-Trade, if Robinhood can get their platform like that, it'll be a wrap. Honestly, 2-step process, easy getting your money in, easy getting your money out. I personally think that Robinhood will be on top of the list. I think the only reason why Robinhood is not on top of the list because they're free is just simply because their platform is not that great.
Right. Yeah.
So
it's like getting like over the air cable, you know what I'm saying, with the antenna. Like, hey, it's like, you get it's free. You're getting it, but you'd rather have if you could choose, you'd rather have DirecTV or whoever else, the real boys. But hey, you can't complain with free.
No, you can't.
Can't complain.
No.
So who all is out there though? We've got Schwab, Ameritrade,
Fidelity,
Fidelity,
E-Trade, Interactive Brokers,
Interactive
Merrill
Brokers.
Edge.
Who else?
Merrill Edge.
I never. Oh, Merrill. Yeah. Merrill. Is it Merrill Edge or Merrill Hodge? Whatever it is, Merrill something. I know you're talking about. I don't know.
I just remember that Trade Station. Ali Invest. There's a couple out there, man. There's actually, I'm not gonna lie. There's actually a few. I mean, there's a couple, but lately people actually been out there. Oh, there's Chase too.
I forgot about Chase.
Yeah, Chase has the platform now. They started
They're giving free trades also.
Yeah, they started it in November.
I don't know if there's a minimum though. I never tried to open an account. They were talking about when they first started doing it, or when they first announced it. I don't think there was a minimum that you had. I think you just got to open it.
No, you had to have a regular Chase checking account. And dude, their trade minimum, their trade fees is like ridiculously low. It's like $2 to trade.
Just anything?
Yeah, if you open the account and with zero, if you open the account, just open the account, they give you 110 free trades. And you don't have to put anything in the account. You just get 110 free trades to start with zero minimum.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, they're just trying to get people in. That's the thing.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to, you can't be like Charles Schwab. Charles Schwab got running ads talking about 500 free trades. But
Chase started their thing last year, man. You know what I mean? They're late to the game.
Right. Well, everyone is late to the free trade, free.
Oh, not the free trade game. I'm talking about just their trading platform. Literally started last year.
Oh, okay, I got you.
They had like premium trading accounts where they charge you like $30 to trade, but now they're doing regular trading now. Man, can you imagine everyday traders?
Can you imagine paying $30 to trade?
Back in the day, they used to.
That's crazy. I knew someone, and they wanted me to help them move their stock from one brokerage. It was like an old brokerage to Ameritrade because they were paying too much in fees. I looked up how much in fees they were paying. Man, it was $50 plus. I think it was like 1%. $50 plus 1% of what you sell, they get. Like, man, I can't even believe someone like that is still in business.
Man, Chase might got something here, man.
What happened? What you see?
So if you get a premium Chase account, which is you put like 15 grand in, your commission fees is for free.
Forever or for like a year?
I'm looking now. Yeah. If you have a premium trading account, you can keep a minimum balance of 10 to 15 G's. It's for free.
Oh, that's what I'm talking
about. No
about.
transaction fees.
Oh, Chase in the game. Yeah, Chase in the game.
Yeah, Chase actually in the game. You look, standard pricing account, 100 commission free stocks if you put $1 in your account.
$1,
and then $1, and all ETF trades the first year is for free.
But what about like all stock trades? All stock though.
The standard pricing you get you get 100 free commission trades.
Okay, so that's anything.
That's anything.
Right.
Including ETFs.
Right.
The next one is relationship pricing. I don't know what that is, but like if you have a Chase Premier Plus checking account,
you gotta take them out to the movies or something in order to get free.
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but that's also same thing. And then the Premier price and get invested is commission free. That means that as long as you keep a minimum, I'm looking at right now, yeah, it's commission free. As long as you keep a minimum, out of all of them, man, Schwab, Fidelity, TD, Chase is the cheapest one.
I'm about to look into Chase, man.
Minimum deposit is $0. Minimum deposit for Schwab is 10 grand. Minimum deposit for Fidelity is 50. Minimum deposit for TD is 3 grand, and minimum deposit for Vanguard is $1 million.
Now, I gotta question that, man, because when I first opened my Ameritrade account, like years ago, this was like 2005, 2006. I didn't start out with I was in college, man. I didn't start out with that. I started out with like $300-$400.
I started out with less than 100.
So I don't understand what they talking about with the minimums, account minimums.
Well, that's what they do now. Chase is just trying to get clients, bro, and I'm with it. I ain't gonna stunt. Like while we on this podcast, I'm opening up accounts. Well, I'm with it, man, because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. They asking for much. $2, man. That's cheaper. The thing about it, they're not really talking about option trading.
Right.
And that's the thing, you know what I mean? And that's the thing you gotta look into. Like stuff like that. And banks, they leave out stuff,
Yeah, they do. They do.
And even if Chase didn't do it, I have a Chase account. I've been with Chase for I think 5 years. I never have an overdraw in my account, and then when I did have it, they took it off immediately. I never had a problem with Chase, man. Wells Fargo, Bank of America, straight problems. Every day I have a problem with those two banks, but Chase, never. So I honestly, personally think there'd probably be a good brokerage account, because really the most you can pay for a trade on Chase is $2.95. So if you have I don't know the thing about it, a premium account, commission free trades, that's huge. Definitely for somebody like Chase.
Right.
They're in a ball game. Well, you gotta put some money into it. So I'm
looking into that. I hope that they can do options, because we need some better players out there other than Robert. Like I said, I do like the Webull. I do like Webull, but we need that Thinkorswim type of platform. But I'm not even going to say for free. We need that Thinkorswim platform, but cheaper. Because I'm willing to pay a commission fee for another platform similar to that. It's just that I don't want to pay $5 per trade for stock, $1.50 for options. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it should be lower than that. And we talk about $1.50 per option. So if you buy in, 10 options, that's $1.50 times 10. My math is terrible. Even on something easy like that, I'm not even gonna try to do it. But it's probably something around $20 to get in. Then you got to pay that same amount to get out.
Yeah. To me, it's like the reason why I see Chase a little bit better, because it's $6.95 to make a trade, and it's $2 to make a trade on. That's $4, man. That's about like $10 save right there to me. Yeah. That's how I see it.
Yeah, that's what sometimes people don't understand. You got to pay that money when you buy it. Then you got to pay that money when
you sell it. So really, that's like $7. That's $14. That's $10 safe. It's really.
Yeah, and then when you're talking about stuff like, especially like the beginners, which are mostly what listen to us. You're not buying Warren Buffett. You're not buying, millions of shares. You're buying like, 20, 30 shares at a time. And, something go
sometimes
up 10.
5.
Yeah. So go up 10, 15%. You're like, okay, I done made, $150 on this, because you only got, and I mean, that's cool. You only got, 20, 25 shares. And after your commission all said and done, you done pay $15 for then your 100
Yeah,
goes down to
and that,
85.
the biggest thing is that when you made a trade, you had to come over that $6 loss. You're basically you have to go over $6 in profit. I mean that for you to get in profit, you literally have to go over the $6 and reach to the $7 and make at least $1 in profit.
Right, exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So to tell you the truth is, like when a company is free trading, it ain't that. You just the moment you trade it, if it goes up 15 cents,
Right,
you in
exactly.
profit. So
Exactly.
I think a lot of people should be looking around. If Chase is doing this, like 295 at the highest, it's not bad. If you're able to put 10 G's as free trading, to me, I would do that. Um, I would definitely take that on. So that's my personal opinion. Even if you start an account, you start off with 100 commission free trades. So personally, I would do that also because 100 free commission free trades still free. So
Yeah, that's good stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. I knew Chase had something, but I didn't know
yeah,
it
I didn't
was
know it
this
was that
good.
big until I look into it now.
Yeah.
There's other. Don't worry. There's other players out there. Chase hasn't made a mark yet in the trading world for it to be on the top 10. They're a great bank, but they're not a TD or Fidelity type bank. So
Right.
you know
We
what I
just
mean.
throwing out the options for y'all, man. That's what we here to do. Um so that's do your own research. Obviously I would look into Chase before the new year, man. Don't take nothing.
Man, so what do you think about this shutdown, man? We haven't talked about it yet on this podcast. Let me throw that on there real quick.
The
See what.
shutdown. Okay. I think this is what I think about the shutdown, man. When I watch the news and I'm hearing reading things online, first off, I was under the impression that some of these federal workers they didn't miss like 3 or 4 checks already. It turns out that Friday was the first check that they missed, which is still bad. But dang, I mean, the news was making it seem like they ain't got paid since July.
What? Bro, that's why I say, man, you can't really. I know this is the 23rd day the government been shut down. But to tell you the truth, man, honestly, like I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Even if we pass the bill, like president's just gonna veto it, so we just stuck in the middle.
So okay, let me ask you this, man. Uh, what what does it take to get the government? How can the government be back open? Tell me the options. What are the options of the government being back open?
War. That's it.
War. So elaborate on that though. When you say wall,
Well,
what does that mean?
Trump gets his wall, the government hits the switch and turns everything back on.
That's the only way the
Simple.
government opens.
Or we go to war.
Go to war with who?
If some war happens or somebody gets nuked, the government has to turn back on.
I
We
got
ain't
you.
got no choice.
I got you.
That's the two most common sense things right now.
So, I get the feeling that online, just reading things and stuff like that, that the only way, which is what you said, the only way to reopen the government is to give 5 point something billion for the wall, which is I don't think that's true. Just like it's not true that the workers, missed 9 checks or whatever, they missed 1 check and that just happened Friday. Just like that's not
Yeah.
true. Um, what I think that the option to get it back open is somebody has to come to the table, which I feel like Trump has already basically begged people to come to the table, but the other side is not. But somebody has to come to the table and say, hey, and start negotiating. Now, if you being uncooperative and you like, hey, we ain't giving 1 cent or we ain't gonna do this, we know that you require this, but we ain't gonna negotiate with it, negotiate anything for it. then no, it's not. It's not going to get back open. It's just not, because one side is just being like super stubborn, and then that other both of them, the Republicans and Democrats, they're still getting paid in Congress, so they don't care. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you that they care. They don't care. They still get paid.
Man, yesterday Trump said, I don't have any plans. I don't have any plans on on the shutdowns. Trump wrote, this thing's going to keep on going until I get my wall, or it's going to last the rest of my term. That was yesterday, y'all.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think that everybody has to come in with a clear mind and ready to negotiate something. So if me and you, right, let's say our podcast is worth $1 billion, right, and we ready to get out, right, and so we ready to split it up, and I'm like, Kenny, I want 800 million, and I'll give you 200 million, and then you like. And then you over here like,
I know you saw my face.
And then you over here like, nah, man. And so until we come to agreement, we can't let go of the money. Court won't let us let go of the money, right?
Of course.
So if we don't meet together and have some type of meeting to hash this out, then we're never going to get the money. Is that correct?
Yeah, because Trump even said, I'm not gonna lie, he made some good points. We will outlast this shutdown until the Democrat comes back from vacation, get back to work. I'm at the White House ready to sign.
Right. I mean, he's making the case that, yo, I'm here, and which is fine. But I think that it looks bad. I think that the news makes it look
it's like his fault.
It make it look like it's his fault when it's everybody. It's really everybody's fault. It's his fault for like shutting it down, but it's the Democrats' fault for saying, nope, we ain't coming over there to do anything. Well, then you don't want it open. Man,
and the truth is, we spend 10, 15, 20 billion dollars on dumb stuff. You know what I mean? What's wrong with the damn wall? Just give that man the wall. It's not like he asking $1 trillion for something else, man. He asking for $5.7 billion for a wall. We do dumb stuff with the money we have. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What? Just one extra dumb thing y'all going like just give him the wall, man. Just like it's really no point. You know what I mean? To me, like the wall, every country got a wall. Why can't we have a wall?
Well,
you know what I mean?
That's interesting, but I'm not for or against the wall. That stuff doesn't affect me. Yeah, it doesn't affect me, so I don't really. I mean, that's bad to say, but I don't really care because it doesn't affect me.
It really don't. It really don't. To me, this is how I see it. Every country got a wall. Every country still takes immigrant with their wall. So
right.
Give this man his wall. You know what I mean?
Hey, if we come, hey, let's say this podcast is worth $1 billion, man. We cash it out, $500 billion a piece. When I get my new house, you think I'm gonna have a big my bad. You think I'm gonna have a big fence around it, a big wall around it? You're right. I am.
You're right. Of course, 100%.
I got too much money
for some snipers.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, one more thing, Jeff Bezos. I know you. You saw it.
We should have talked about that earlier.
No, I know you saw it. Just had one last little thing, man. One last little thing. What do you think about that? The biggest argument right now.
Hey,
it was
Jeff
on the
Bezos.
View.
Jeff Bezos instantly went in a bear market.
Bro, yes, man. That man was they was talking about in the View. They was talking about a whole bunch of people was talking about it. How much do you think his wife really deserves?
She about to get half because she does deserve half. She been with him since like '96. You know
since the whole thing. But here's the thing. But this one lady made a good point. She said, "Do you think McKinsey was up at 3:00 in the morning working?"
No, she wasn't. But according to the law,
no. But it makes a good point. Like it's just like when Drake said, "Was your wife shooting in the gym?" Nah, she wasn't. I don't even think Kobe Bryant's wife even picked up a ball.
Yeah,
Matter of fact.
I understand, man, but I'm looking at it from a legal standpoint. With these things
Wait,
happen,
is it
man.
fair though? That's the thing. Is it fair?
Uh, uh I don't know,
That's what
man.
they're arguing. Is it fair?
I don't know. Well,
Now,
she could
25
argue.
billion is fair.
Well, she could argue that, how would you be able to set this up, without me supporting you or whatever. Do I think she should get
Bro,
60 and a
there's
half his money?
billionaires every day
I know.
that makes
Do I think she should
that
get half
makes
his money? No, I don't. But according to the law, that's
yeah,
what
but
it
is it
is.
fair though? Because there's billionaires out there every day with no wives, no kids out there making ridiculous amount of money, just like Jeff Bezos. And
Jeff Bezos slipped up. Jeff Bezos made a
of course,
mistake.
he slipped up. He messed up. You know what I mean? And the truth is, he's the one who's asking for the divorce. You know what
Exactly.
I mean?
Right.
So it's not really her. So Jeff Bezos kind of freaky. I saw them text though.
I ain't see nothing, but hey.
I'm just saying, do you think it's fair? No, forget the legal system, because we already know the legal system ain't fair.
No, I don't
You know
think
what I
it's
mean?
fair. I don't think it's fair.
I don't either, because like if you really put it in perspective, do you think she was waking up at 3 a.m, going to Amazon when it first started, sitting in a little box office with a whole bunch of books?
No, I don't think so.
Exactly. You think, bro, Jeff was sometimes delivering those books himself cross country.
Yeah. Here's
I'm just saying, let's put out, do you think you everybody say, oh no, it's 50% partnership, but Jeff Bezos was doing 90% of the work.
Right.
How's that?
He would have to prove
that
that.
50%?
He got to prove that somehow. And
that's the thing, you can't. It's hard to prove that unless you was like you had a clock in, clock out. You know what I mean? There's no way to prove that. And then in the private, everybody knows it's true. Everybody know he did 90% of the work. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're, you know what I mean? But the problem is, you go to the legal system, they're going to say proof. Even though everybody know in the room, he probably did 90% of the work or 80%. But you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I think personally she deserves 25 to 30 billion. I don't think she deserves half. That's my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Because if I got 25, 30 billion, you ain't gonna see me ever again. Oh, you want a divorce? Peace
out. I have to say this, man. The same thing that I just said about the wall. Hey, it ain't me, so I don't care that much.
That's true, bro.
It
ain't me.
It ain't his. I got my own problems to worry about. But hey, if his problem is, hey, do I have to give her 69 billion to stay the richest man in the world? That's a problem I would like to have. You know what I'm saying?
You don't understand, man. This man drops down to like the 5th person.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy, man. He was barely the richest person for a year.
Yeah.
Bill Gates had it for 25 years, man. About to lose it after a year. But it is what it is, though. You know what I mean? And Bill Gates is in the same position as him. Like, well, he was a multimillionaire when he married his wife, though. But at the end of the day, they've been together for 30 years, so they're really in the same. Bill Gates and his wife, same position, though.
Yeah. We gotta have a pod. We gotta talk about like relationship, marriage planning on one of these podcasts, man. Because hey, you gotta plan this stuff out, man. There's a way to get around something like this. It's called a prenup.
But yeah, that don't always work, man. To honestly tell you the truth, don't get married on paper.
Exactly. Hey, we could throw out all. This is another podcast, right? We could go. This is one.
Yeah, we could go a long way, man. I think if you have money, I just think you should have the wedding, get wedding bands, but don't marry on paper, man. That's. I think that's it, bro. Because like, honestly, man, I see too many people losing money, and that's including men and women. And I'm not just talking about men. I see women who makes more than the husband have to pay the husband $1,000 a month for the next 5 years.
Yep.
You know, so it goes both ways. I just think one person has money, it shouldn't even be down on paper anymore. So once you guys split, it's wrap. Just go both ways.
We running long, so wrap it up. You can follow me on Twitter at Camboni11, Instagram, same thing, Stock Twits, whatever, same thing, everything, same thing.
Yeah, man. Kenny Collin 23, same everywhere. Hit us on Marathon Money page on Facebook, message on the app, and tell people come listen to our podcast. You know what I mean? Just come on. Come and get this knowledge. Come make this profit.
All right, man. Next week.
Next week. Peace.
Peace.